Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a line that's kinda spicy, but at the same time it can get you some really nice elo if you can play this correctly. We're having the Zapdos as a closer once again, Pelipper at the back with Whiscash up in front. Pelipper gonna go in pretty clutch here, able to tank the Psychic. Most of the times my Pelipper will not get a shield on its side. We're gonna get there now to the Hurricane for a lot of pressure on the Noctowl, and they end up blocking. Even if they did not block there, that could be on my favor as well, because I was pretty sure I can pressure for the Weather Ball, which we do. Gonna get the shield afterwards so that my Zapdos can definitely go in and start farming down that energy. This is not gonna happen though. They end up taking only the Weather Ball, blocking the Hurricane, which is cool. We can still survive with a little bit of HP for the end game with Whiscash. Gonna get that Mud Bomb just in case something horrible happens, and now we got the Zapdos into play. We have to farm up a lot of energy. Medicham comes in. Let's get to the Drill Peck for amazing damage output to that Medi. They return with a Noctowl. Gonna overfarm a little bit just in case they have something weird at the back. We can finish it off, and there is gonna be the Charizard. One Dragon Claw will do just the trick for them, so we have to take note of that, but we resist those wing attacks by a lot. Another Drill Peck, this time non-shielded. Will this be enough? Of course it is. Down goes the Charizard, and that's gonna be an amazing first victory to start off the video. Trevenant in the next one. Horrible lead scenario. You hate to see it, but still I enjoy using a Pokemon like Whiscash only because of its Blizzard, because it can flip around all those very bad leads that it has. Gonna get now to those Weather Balls, which are super effective, but on the other hand they still have the Bastiodon, which can take the moves and of course can completely farm us down, since they can do that pretty much all the time with their Basti. Able to get there now to my Whiscash. I have to bring it in, to be honest, but still those moves are gonna be resisted and I have to farm down. I'm still in a pretty bad spot. What I have to do though is to try and bait the shield with a potential Blizzard, but instead I'm gonna go for the Mud Bomb obviously, and I know the Trevenant is coming, so I'm just gonna do exactly that. They are gonna get the shield up, and this means that I have some play now. I will try to bait twice here, since I know they have the upper hand over farming, but they end up catching the move on the Reggie. Hopefully we went for the Mud Bomb and the bait, and another one here to bring it at a point that we can surely defeat it with a final Mud Bomb. A lot of Mud Bombs, a lot of spam from our Whiscash, finishing of the Reggie. At the back, the return of the Trevenant for the third time in this battle, and of course now we have to foresee that bait that they're gonna do. It is gonna be the Seed Bomb. We can survive it, the other one will be blocked, but at this point we have put our Zapdos on the finishing line, since we got already the double Drill Peck to finish off any grass type, and that Revenant will just follow the same fate. Into the next one now, and we are facing up on the lead, the Abomasnow. This is horrible, another very bad lead, but this is even worse because not only it has a very good matchup against my Whiscash, but also has a very good matchup against my backline. We're gonna get there now to the Weather Ball and then try to pressure for the potential Hurricane. This is not gonna happen though, because we are getting a lot of not that much of energy. Gonna get farmed down by those Shadow Claws. A little bit of lag as you can see here with the animation. I don't know what that is. Perhaps the Shadow Claw damage being stuck over there. Now it was removed. Anyways, we can farm down with our Whiscash, and now let's see how we can destroy them down, because we're expecting the Abomasnow to return, and to be honest I have to block and go for the bait. I think though that I make a mistake of going for the Blizzard. No, just the bait. Okay, so are they gonna take this? Yeah, no, they're not. Okay, so we're looking kinda good, able to reach to the Blizzard, but at this point this is not looking that great, because if they block they can definitely farm down and bring my Zapdos into no HP. Gonna bring now the Zapdos into play, trying to get there now to that Drill Peck. Of course I have no shields now, so that Weather Ball will be the end for me, and that is gonna be a very good game for my opponent, while I did a couple of mistakes that I could have for sure avoided. So in Poland, the next one, a pretty solid core breaker for the Open Great League, and we're gonna get there to the Drill Peck. They are gonna block the move. This is pretty big at this point, and I know this is gonna be just a Weather Ball. We can definitely take one Weather Ball while we resist those wing attacks by a lot. So Drill Peck here is just gonna finish off the Pelipper, and we took that Pelipper out of the way alongside the shield. the Empoleon will return to the fight, able to farm a little bit, and now we got our Mud Bomb ready to unleash its whole power on the Empoleon, and all we need to do here is to try and block the move, because we're gonna have two healthy Pokemon basically for the last one. It is gonna be the Altaria, just gonna go in with my Pelipper and try to pressure a lot with my Hurricane. If they get hit by a Hurricane, things can get pretty good for me. If they don't, well, they're gonna spend the shield and then I have the Blizzard for the knockout. They know that, so they're just gonna take the move, then outspeed me to the next one. I was not expecting that, to be honest, and now all I have to do is to go straight for the Blizzard, because their win con here is if I go for the Mud Bomb and they do not go for the shield. I knew that, so that's why I went for the big move. Down they go, and of course Empoleon will just follow the same fate. We got Noctowl in the next one up as a lead, and they're safe switching themselves into that Sableye. I'm not sure if that was a correct play by them. They could have easily stayed in, but it all depends on the next Pokemon, the final one. Perhaps they have something like a Trevenant, as this is a pretty solid ABB strategy. So we're just gonna be able to pressure a lot here with a potential Blizzard. Are they gonna take it? Are they not? I have no clue. They are gonna take it. Down they go. Perhaps Mud Bomb could do the trick, but I was not sure about it. Did not want to risk it at all, so Blizzard would just finish off that Sableye. We're gonna bring now into play our Pelipper, because we know they have a weird Pokemon at the back that I cannot predict yet, but it might be weak to my Whiscash. Able to get now to the final move from my opponent. Down goes the Pelipper, and as I have already said, Pelipper will most likely not get any shields on its back, so Trevenant will be the final Pokemon. We kinda guessed correctly here, able to get now to the Drill Peck for one shield, and all we have to do is to catch the move on the Whiscash. That was a pretty nice and clutch catch on my Pokemon, able to get now to a lot of energy gathering with my Zapdos, since I know they're kinda energy dry. Able to get there now to that Drill Peck to finish off the Trevenant, and of course all we have to do is to do two more Thunder Shocks, reach to the Thunderbolt, and finish off the Flyer on the face of the Noctowl with the Overkill. Thunderbolt connecting for big damage on the Pokemon. Bastiodon the next one, amazing lead for us. Finally, we're having now the Medicham on the switch. So what I want to do here is to chip away as much damage as possible, while I'm seeing that they're getting to the Psychic, which means now that I can easily destroy them down with my Weather Balls. And I will get to another one, because I do not want to sacrifice another shield for this matchup unless they sacrifice one of their own. So I'm just gonna let that go through, and that was a mistake, yeah. So coming in now with the Whiscash, and I think now that the match is absolutely doomed. So Power Up Punch for some cheap damage. I was not gonna block anyways, and they return to the battle with a Bastiodon. What lies at the back? That is definitely a mistake. Whatever there is at the back has to be also weak to my Whiscash, but it cannot be that much weak to my Whiscash. We're just gonna keep pressuring, and there is gonna be the Sableye, so they absolutely messed up there. That was definitely a mistake for them. Gonna pressure now a lot with the Drill Peck, and to be honest, we could have easily won this one if we shielded that final Psychic with the Medicham, but instead the opponent decides to go here for the mistake, and we're gonna take advantage of that, isolating their matchups with their Bastiodon with my Whiscash, and that was definitely a mistake. Gonna get there now to the final Mud Bomb, and that's gonna be the end of the battle, because Bastiodon might return, but still we got another Mud Bomb ready to go, and that's gonna be the end game for them. Into the next one, I guess X-Noobie X. Let's see how noob they might be, because I don't think this is gonna be an easy fight against that Alola Ninetales. We have to pressure a lot with our Whiscash, and then try to switch out, yeah, because they're also gonna switch out to their Sableye. A pretty solid line with Sableye, Alola Ninetales, so at the back we can expect something like a Stunfisk, for example. Doesn't matter, we're just gonna be able to destroy them down with a Weather Ball, so they have to block at least once. We got back-to-back coming here, and we're gonna keep pressuring with our Weather Ball. Can we get to another one? Of course we cannot. So now Whiscash has to go in, and we have already put that Ninetales to the point that perhaps a Drill Peck can do the trick. I will just sacrifice a shield here, and oh, no shield, okay. So that was kind of a weird play by me, but it doesn't matter. Zapdos gonna return to the battle and completely farm them down. I know that the final Pokemon is gonna be kinda weak to my Zapdos, so it is gonna be the Medicham, and we just need to pressure a lot with our Zapdos here. The Ice Punch has to be blocked, but they have still that Ninetales which can come to the battle. Moment of truth, will this Drill Peck be enough to finish off this Ninetales? And trainers, guess what? It might be, it might not. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, and boom, it is not. So that was a bummer. Down we go, and that's gonna be another loss. But I'm pretty proud that we have reached over here as well. I was expecting more damage from the Drill Peck, to be honest, but still, Zapdos delivering a lot of booms on this video. Another Trevenant up on the lead, you hate to see it, so I'm just gonna switch myself out to that Pelipper, and of course now they're gonna respond after the Seed Bomb, which was weird, to the Shadow Drapion. At this point I know I can pressure a lot with my Pelipper, so I'm thinking of sacrificing a shield, but at the last second I was like, you know what, not gonna do that. Gonna bring now my Mud Boy into the fight, and it has a lot of play against that Drapion, and because they threw that energy, perhaps now my Mud Bomber here is gonna have the upper hand over anything else. I'm gonna get now to the Mud Bomb, and I will try to completely farm down. I know I can survive one more, no reason to shield, gonna keep those shields for the end game and my Stunfisk. Trevenant will come into the battle, let's get straight to the Blizzard, they are gonna block it, so now my Shadow Zapdos can go in and do some solid work. They managed to catch the move on that Sableye, but guess what, trainers, we have the upper hand with the optimal energy gain, and here comes another Drill Peck for the finishing blow against the Sableye while we still have the two shields up, and that's gonna be the end game for the Trevenant as well. Shadow Zapdos going to town as a closer, keeping those two shields alive as well. So Stunfisk in the next one, looking pretty solid with our Whiscash, and now in this scenario we're gonna have the Sableye coming in against our Pelipper. We got to block the foul play or the return, doesn't matter at all. We're kinda glassy, we do not like that at all, and we want that Stunfisk out of Zapdos' way no matter what. Gonna keep pressuring now with our moves, and we just have a lot of Weather Balls to spare. One Weather Ball here will definitely take their shield out of the way, so I'm expecting them to shield over here. Are they gonna do that? Yes, they are. And now we'll pressure for another one, but unfortunately this is gonna be the CMP, and down I go to that Sableye. Whiscash coming in, we can farm a lot of energy. Stunfisk comes into the battle, they are gonna have the Trevenant coming in trying to catch a Mud Bomb. This is not gonna happen, look at that, Shadow Zapdos was not even needed, and Whiscash is just gonna steal that spotlight. Surfet's the next one, horribility scenario, a grass type at the back. We are not looking that well, trainers, but hopefully we got the Pelipper. What I like though about Whiscash, as I have already said on this video, is gonna be the Blizzard, so perhaps we can turn around this bad lead with all those grass types at the back. Able to get now to the Hurricane, they are not gonna expect it, another boom on their side, and they have now the Surfets returning into the fight. Spending the energy for my Pelipper is absolutely fine by me. At the back there is gonna be the Stunfisk, and now we stand on the higher ground. Let's go, trainers. That switch in battle with the Meganium against my Pelipper was the key in winning this battle, and Pelipper is gonna fill in as a very nice safe switch for this line. Able to get there now, two more Mud Bombs against that Stunfisk, so you can see that this team works well with the aggressive safe switch to the Pelipper to draw out something like a Lantern, something like a Stunfisk or a Bastiodon, so that your Zapdos can have the upper hand on the end game. So that's all, trainers, thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end, enjoy that final boom, and I hope to see you all into the next one. But of course, just remember, like, subscribe, and now I'm gonna see you all into the next one. Take care, everyone.